Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is healthcare, Fed, and energy. Why did we pick those three topics? We think those will be the topics that matter this week.
Yes.
Ashley, in our early morning meeting, you brought up healthcare, and I thought you did a great job. You said, guys, let's summarize this in one word and what the issue is. Can you talk about that?
That one word's Medicaid. The problem with the compromise on healthcare, simply put, it's Medicaid. It's how it's politicized. It's how it's funded. It's the core of the problem.
Right.
When you're looking at it and seeing all these different reports, that one word.
Right,
Medicaid.
and so all eyes will be on the Senate to
Yes.
see what they do with health care.
Right.
In addition to that, the healthcare industry will be watching closely, and also from the standpoint the markets will be watching. So in terms of healthcare stocks, and that's a large category there as to how they could be impacted one way or the other, just from a political standpoint and decisions
Correct.
being made. You also brought up about the Fed being a topic this week.
Yes.
And for those clients that experienced 2008, I think this is an important issue.
Yes, what Greg is referring to is the stress test in banks that the Federal Reserve does. The reason that's important, as Greg pointed out, right after 2008, capitalization of banks was very thin. They have very thin margins, and that retarded their lending when you get down to it. Now, the first round of stress test was last week, went very well. There's another round this week, and the projections are that will go well. Why is that important to investments? The more that banks can lend to consumers and corporations, the better the economy is, simply put.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, too, the financial sector, because of regulations are changing on the financial sector.
It's a large sector.
We have seen that sector have a lot of interest in it now to see where are we going to go from here in relation to the economy.
Correct.
So great points there. But now let's hit that third topic, energy. You guys were talking about that, Bobby and Trey. Talk to our audience here about the importance of what's going on in energy.
Yes, a lot of people are going on vacation this week and noticing at the pump that energy prices are lower, and of course that's great for the consumer, but we're starting to see it affect some energy companies now. So U.S. producers really need $50 barrel oil, I mean, right in that range. And so we've been at the $40, $45 range for a couple weeks now. And so we're starting to see the negative effects of the high yield. And then also, if you go back to 2014, when lower energy prices were affecting all the housing market in Texas, North Dakota. And so we're starting to see a domino effect if this continues. And it's really a supply-demand issue.
Yeah. There's a lot of supply that energy producers in the U.S. have brought to the market, and that's been a really good just boom to the U.S. economy because they're building housing. They're building pipelines, and it's become more of a technology company than energy companies. These companies are pushing greatly down on the price. There's certain energy companies that can produce at $25 a barrel, and that's brand new. That's only in the last few years. And so what needs to be watched very closely is as energy prices come down, does the rig count? Do energy companies quit investing? And right now we haven't seen that rig count come down. So maybe they've innovated to the point where they can produce it cheaper than most people perceive, and then that would push prices to continue down, but still keep profitability up.
Right, and so the changing dynamics.
It completely changes dynamics, helps the consumer and the energy sector. I mean, that's a win-win.
Well, and it also takes out some competition that can't survive as well.
That's right.
And that's not only within the United States, but from a global standpoint.
That's right. And, and we're all sitting here enjoying $1.93. I got this morning $1.93 at the pump. I'll take that all day.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the market will too, for that matter. So on that note, we hope you have a great week. Continue to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. We will keep you updated as things evolve, but we think the topics this week will be healthcare, Fed, and energy. Watch closely, and we'll keep you informed. Thanks again.